Well, here, real quick, I could test out the webcam. Where
Right.
is that feature? Um, Turn on camera. Oh, there we are.
You don't necessarily need it,
Boom.
but I've already got an idea for you anyway. I'm going to put, because you gave me transparent images, I'm going to put like a kitchen in the background for you, because cooking. So
Perfect.
yeah, this
There
isn't
we go.
necessary.
You do cooking videos?
I do, yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Your surface here seems a little unstable.
Oh,
Like
is
you
it?
put your elbow down and your camera perspective shifted.
Ah,
Yeah.
heaven. Okay.
Or
So,
turn the webcam off,
Ah.
because not necessary.
and boom.
Remind myself of what's in my script.
Energy. I have that.
I have that right here too.
Hooray!
Here are today's judges: ShadowWolf, the StaleRice, and TJ Pownall. On the fantasy tournament game show where anything can happen, anyone can win, and you never know who will show up next. It's anyone's game.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
Woo!
I'm your host, Rob Bourgeois. Let's get this train wreck spinning. So one by one, I'm going to give you a list of 4 characters. Pick the one you want to see compete, the rest get tossed aside. If you don't know who any of them are, don't like them, or just don't want to pick them for whatever reason, you can ditch them up to 3 times per draw. Each time you get 1 fewer character. Once your character's chosen, we spin the wheel and stick them wherever it lands. If our spin results in a match, we draw the contest randomly from the other bucket, and then we get to argue about who wins. Only the judges' votes count, so I'm only here to facilitate. I'm the host, and I'm not one of the judges. Our previous champion, Lieutenant Commander Data, is currently sitting at the top of the board. He's going to be our 32nd and final player. And to demonstrate the process of picking a player, I'll do that now. So I've got Crow from Mystery Science Theater 3000, Keanu Reeves, the actor, Schnitzel from Chowder, or Plucky Duck from Tiny Toon Adventures. And I'm going to pick Plucky Duck. So I give this a spin, and the rest of these get tossed aside. Now, while we wait, let's discuss some ground rules. First, we're assuming that the players want to win, but not that they need to win. No matter the events of the previous match, we're assuming that the players enter the new match at 100%. Violence above what's implied by the contest rules earns instant disqualification, even against faceless NPCs. Any players who are known for carrying gear at all times will have their standard loadout for all contests. Cheaters never prosper. We always catch them, and they are disqualified. But now that the wheel's stopped, our first player, Plucky Duck, goes right here and waits for an opponent. Alright, ShadowWolf, would you like Bucky Cat from Get Fuzzy, Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park, Chester Cheetah from Cheetos, or Captain Jonathan Archer from Star Trek Enterprise?
I'll take the cheetah, please.
Chester!
Very cheesy.
Why is it rattling like this? Alright, Stale, would you like
Yes.
the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, Krampus, the Winter Spirit, Herbie from The Love Bug, or Tycho Brahe from Penny Arcade?
Those are all good choices, but you know what? To make this interesting, let's go with Herbie.
Oh,
Good choice,
Herbie
actually.
versus Toonces the cat would be brilliant.
No, Herbie versus the Star Trek. That'd be awesome.
Do you know who Toonces is?
No, I do not.
Toonces is the driving cat. The cat who could drive a car.
Herbie in space.
Alright, TJ, would you like Isabel from Animal Crossing, Chuck E. Cheese, Raven Baxter from That's So Raven, or Gene Belcher from Bob's Burgers?
Chuck E. Cheese. Go for the cheese.
All right.
All of them have been great.
ShadowWolf, would you like Beast, Hank McCoy from X-Men, Ickis from Real Monsters, Little John from Disney's Robin Hood, or Mandark from Dexter's Lab?
I have to go with Mandark. Those are all good ones. Oof.
Sometimes it does get hard. You're like, what? What am I
I
supposed to
know.
do? I've got so many good characters here.
Stale, Would you like Earl J. Hickey from My Name is Earl, Teddy from Bob's Burgers, Odie from Garfield, or Timber from Diddy Kong Racing?
Hey, I love Garfield, so let's throw an Odie in there.
Oh. Oh,
So close.
that was
Oh,
close.
it's doing it again.
There we go.
TJ, would you like Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, George Lass from Dead Like Me, Dib Membrane from Invader Zim, or Indiana Jones?
Dib.
All those are dang good ones.
Oh, it was a toss-up between Dib and... What was her name? From
George
Dead Like
Lass?
Me? George.
From
It
Dead
was
Like Me?
George. Yeah.
Dib Membrane versus Odie.
Oh my god.
Dog
Oh,
puncher.
this might be good.
Modeling.
Well,
Modeling? What kind of modeling?
Oh gosh.
oh joy.
They have to wear an outfit
Okay, that kind
and
of modeling.
like pose with it. Like,
I mean, Dib looks pretty good in his outfit already, so I'd say him probably.
okay, but it's not necessarily the outfit they're already wearing.
No, of course. I just mean he
They'll be
looks
given
good.
they'll be given like suits and dresses to wear.
Odie is pretty much a blank slate. He doesn't seem to have a look. He could probably pull off anything.
You know what? True, he's very neutral, a neutral design.
Yeah, I'm kind of imagining Odie in a suit now, and it's not terrible.
It could work.
Yeah.
And he's cute too, so anything would look nice.
Yeah.
You are so outnumbered today, 20. You've got 3 gay furries on your show.
One that's wolf.
Oh, there's gonna be a theme. Well, I'm going for Odie.
You know, I'll go for Odie too.
All right.
100%.
ShadowWolf, would you like Brock from Pokemon, Nick Wilde from Zootopia, Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes, or Rufio from Hook?
Oh my god.
Dang it. Toss up between Brock and
Roofy.
Rufy.
Nick
All
Wilde.
right. Nick Wilde.
I'm sorry, Zootopia is 100% one anime cart.
Yeah, after all that
Movie's
talk
so long.
about, being furries and all that, and you didn't want him to go for Nick?
You could do Rufio.
Yeah, but you can't help. When you hear Rufio, you've got to go,
wait.
Rufy.
Roofy.
Okay, here we go.
You
Nick
know
Wilde
what?
versus Chester Cheetah.
Mm.
Grand Theft Auto. the crime.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
Well, clearly Nick in that.
Yeah, Nick actually does have a criminal record already. What was his crime in that movie?
Tax evasion.
Yeah, tax
Yeah.
evasion.
Yeah, so let's go with actually Nick.
Well, just
he
because you
hasn't
can
been
avoid
caught.
tax doesn't mean you're good at driving. Although, doesn't he end up driving the police car?
Yeah,
at the
he
end?
does actually.
Yes,
he
he
drives
pulls
it,
over
Yeah.
flag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nick.
So
All right, so Nick then.
Nick Grand
All right.
Theft Auto. Let's go.
Stale.
Easy.
Would you like Meta Knight from Kirby, Bob the Builder from Bob the Builder, Totoro from My Neighbor Totoro, or Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice?
This is a weird answer for me, but Lydia.
TJ, would you like Fred Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Rapunzel from Tangled, Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat, or Carl Kreniswitz from Johnny Bravo?
Let's go for Mr. Rogers.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Respect to him.
Hey.
All right,
Now,
Fred
we got
Rogers versus Herbie. Ice Road Trucking.
Okay, I gotta go that one to Herbie.
Wow. That could go either way, honestly.
Hmm.
I think Miss Rogers did fight in Vietnam, so
Yeah, true. And
don't-
Herbie's a
I
car.
don't know that that's correct, actually.
yeah, I'm
read
not 100%
conflicting
sure.
accounts.
So
But he did win the ultimate fight of Ultimate Destiny. So, he could be okay
True.
for it. But then Herbie is a car already. So
yeah,
he's
and,
a car,
and
but
Herbie
he's
is
not a
actually
truck.
built.
but
actually,
he
no,
must have a
off-
hitching thing on the back.
No, think
Yeah.
of it. Actually, Herbie did go off road quite a bit.
He did. He's also magic, literally. So it's like he could pull it off if he wanted to.
Yeah, he did off road quite a bit, and not only that, he's actually built from a Volkswagen Beetle, so they are meant to go off road at points of time. So yeah, I'll give it to Herbie.
In order to succeed at ice road trucking, you basically have to take a heavy load across a frozen lake.
Hey, have you seen some of them old Volkswagen Beetles where they had a trailer hitch to them?
Not a semi-truck trailer, no.
But he's magic, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also
Did they
magic,
establish she was like magic or some like?
Yeah.
So
Like,
there's no
if he's-
reason
if
he
he's
couldn't do it.
Exactly. He
Because
could
of
defy
You might-
logic.
You might be thinking of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
No,
Magic?
Herbie did have magic. He was actually a sentient car in a sense.
Sure, but that doesn't necessarily mean he can wield magic just because he's
Alexa,
powered by it.
Good point.
was Herbie the car magic?
From Meme.com, Herbie is no ordinary car, but a personality with its own will and special abilities. The vehicle can drive itself, brings considerable speed limits on the road, and can up walls and a long drive.
We go up walls. I forgot he can do that.
He can go
Yeah.
up walls, so why couldn't he do trucking?
You know what?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Let's go, Herbie.
It's a
Sonic can
Herbie
go up
for
walls
me.
too.
Herbie,
Herbie, let's go.
All right, Herbie then.
all in agreement.
See, that's what I love about this game. It doesn't, even if logic says no, if we all agree, it's got to go through.
All right, ShadowWolf. Would you like Fix-It Felix Jr. from Wreck-It Ralph, Noodle from Snake Pass, Charles Montgomery Burns from The Simpsons, or Buster Baxter from Arthur?
Noodles. Gotta give it noodles.
All right. Stale. Would you like Annie from Little Orphan Annie, Lilo Pelikai from Lilo and Stitch, Lord Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, or King Aragorn from Lord of the Rings? Yeah, 2 live-action nobles and
They're all good
2
for different
animated
reasons.
little girls.
When you call Anakin from Star Wars Little Orphan Annie, 'cause- anyway,
Originally, they made this
you know what?
joke into a musical.
Aragorn, let's do that.
Yeah,
All
I've
right,
been there, done
TJ, would you like Edward from Edward Scissorhands, Manny Rivera, or El Tigre from El Tigre: The Adventures of Manny Rivera, Scrappy Doo from Scooby Doo, or Artie Nielsen from Warehouse 13?
Edward.
that. Ugh.
You keep picking him. I thought you didn't.
He's got-
that you said you hated
He's
Johnny
got
Depp.
scissors. Someday these scissors are going to come in handy.
Yeah, especially with your hair.
Can we? Are we allowed
Rude.
to make risque jokes by chance?
I can always censor them out.
I was gonna make a hand job joke
Edward.
with Edward.
Ooh.
Oh, we got one.
Hopefully that doesn't come up here. It's Edward versus Plucky Duck. Emergency plane landing. I think Plucky's done that. I think he's actually done that in one of the cartoons.
Yes, he has.
So I think I'm gonna give it to him because Edward.
Plucky.
Hmm?
I'm giving it to Plucky because he has actually done that in the cartoons, and it ended up really good. So
Edward does have a lot of blades, and there is a lot of inflatable things with emergency landings, so I don't think that's going to go down well.
All right, so
Just won't wanna
TJ's
be near
saying
him.
Plucky.
Yeah.
Plucky.
Lucky.
ShadowWolf, would you like Lilu Dallas from The Fifth Element, Zach Taylor, the Black Ranger from Power Rangers, Agent Fox Mulder from The X-Files, or Elmira Duff from Tiny Toon Adventures?
I actually have to get to Taylor. I actually met him in person. He's a pretty cool guy. I actually met him in IRL person. He actually came to my local Comic-Con at the time.
Zach Taylor versus King Aragorn. Badminton.
Okay, so
Um,
remind me who the one who isn't Aragorn is.
Zach Taylor is the original Black Ranger on Power Rangers.
Yeah,
Right.
the OG Power Ranger.
And they all
Okay.
play sports and whatnot, so he would be.
Yeah,
pretty,
he was actually a very sports type person.
And Aragorn didn't know what badminton was, so
Yeah, and
We can assume that they've been given, a few hours to
A rule book.
practice and prepare.
He can handle
he's a
his
sword
sword.
fighter though.
yeah, Aragorn does know how to fight with swords, but also Zack used swords in Power Rangers as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So if this was a sword fight, they'd be pretty easily matched. But unfortunately,
So-
badminton.
Possibly, yeah.
I do lean on Zach though on that one because
Yeah,
he
I'll
is
give
a
it to
sporty
Zach.
guy.
He'll have the speed,
Yeah.
dexterity, and accuracy as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so Zack.
All right.
I think that was the wrong one. but
Would
close
you
enough.
like Harcourt Fenton Mudd from Star Trek the Original Series, Beetle from The Legend of Zelda, Chopper from Star Wars Rebels, or Empress Emily Caldwin from Dishonored?
Wow, I hate every single one of them.
I really don't know.
You don't
For
have to
simplicity-
pick from these. You can go with a ditch.
You know what? For funsies, I'll just go with Beetle on this one.
Remind me, TJ, who what Beetle was again on that one? Have you
Uh,
played-
No
He's
idea.
a
I just looked at them
shopkeeper.
and hated them.
TJ, would you like Chewbacca from Star Wars, Bambi from Disney's Bambi, Freddie Mercury from Queen, or Wacko Warner from the Animaniacs?
Why do you have to do this to me? Freddie Mercury.
All
Let's
of
go
them
for
are
Freddie
good.
Mercury. Because every time Freddie Mercury comes up, I've got to bring up his discography to try and find the puns.
Freddie Mercury versus Mandark. Rowing.
I'm trying to find a pun.
I don't think you're gonna need one here.
I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me.
There is life in a monstrosity.
I think Freddy was more physically adept than Mandark was. He used more brain than brawn on anything.
Yeah,
I mean, Freddie Mercury's an adult.
that's
That in
true.
and
Well,
of
no,
itself
Freddie Mercury
gives him
is-
a pretty big advantage here.
Well, Freddie Mercury is dead.
That
Sure.
doesn't help. No, it doesn't. Being dead does not help, but
Actually, hey, it does help if you're going to a lake of fire.
when... Shut up. When he is already quite sort of physically well built, so he must row. He must have at least been to the gym a few times, so maybe he's good at rowing.
And on top of that, Mandark's a twig anyways.
He would
You
split
row
in
with
half,
him.
yeah.
All right, Freddie
And
Mercury.
even if he isn't that good, he is the great pretender.
All right, ShadowWolf. Would you like Double D from Ed, Ed, and Eddie? Freddy Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's? Kit from Knight Rider? Or Paul Atreides from Dune?
Ooh, let's go with Car versus Car if possible. Give it the
All
kid.
right.
Trying to get so many sentient cars in there.
Actually, the kid was not sentient. He was actually AI.
Same thing. It knows how to do the thing.
Close enough in fiction, generally. Kit versus Lydia Dietz. Antiques Appraisal. Who would you trust to evaluate your antique possessions
Lydia.
more?
I'll give it to Lydia, actually. Mainly reason because she's gothic. She loves the Victorian era and such. Her passion is
But-
just like old-fashioned.
Kit has cybernetics. He's an AI. He can connect
He's
to
a
the
computer.
internet. He can go on to Google. He could maybe ask Alexa. Maybe she could give some, insight into actual prices for these things.
That's my thought too. I think he'd be the one to know better by being a computer, essentially.
I don't know if he could connect to the internet.
Actually, no. At the time, they didn't have
They
internet.
didn't have the internet at the time, no. But
Well,
doesn't
he's
he
an
have
AI.
some sort of like?
Also, the internet is kind of like outside help
abilities?
here.
So Kit would not be able to do that because there'll be outside help. I would give it to Lydia still because she would know more about stuff like that without the need of outside help.
I'm very mixed on this right now.
Yeah, same.
I mean, because he'd be existing now, right? So
Well, no, not technically. It's like a sort of bubble universe where they've both been put together.
I would still give it to
and
Lydia.
in that bubble universe, you'd have a hard time accessing our universe's internet.
Yeah, there's no Wi-Fi in a bubble universe. I'm gonna have to go for Lydia because in the time that Kit was around and doing stuff, internet was not available and it probably isn't prepared for it.
But this is potentially one of Lydia's areas
Yeah.
of interest.
Yeah.
then I'll do Lydia too.
I mean, what if you had Bill Gates in there?
That would've been a
Surely
little
he'd
bit
be able
different
to
story.
Google.
Yeah.
That's in his skill set, isn't it?
No,
Oh.
no.
Oh.
He'll have to Bing.
Bing! Nobody bings! Alexa bings, and that's why I have so many arguments with her.
Sorry.
Can you
I'm not
shut
sure
up?
about that.
I didn't actually ask you anything. Every time. You said,
Oh my God.
That's what you get for saying its name.
but you said,
Exactly.
if it's not the beginning of the sentence, it doesn't respond. She responds whenever it's said. Sometimes
That
she
was
just
the
responds.
beginning of the sentence.
Actually, yeah, you
I
did.
can't remember what I said, but maybe it was.
You said
Instant
she-
replay.
Alexa bings, and that's why I have so many arguments with her. I surely didn't give a gap. Nobody bings. Alexa bings.
That's why I always call them Amazon Echoes. Or just Echoes.
not be named.
I can hear you,
Yeah.
TJ.
Shut up!
Stale, your turn. Would you like Lich King Arthas Menethil from Warcraft, Rabid Peach from Mario plus Rabbids, Eek from Eek the Cat, or Vivian from Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door?
Let's throw in Vivian. Throw in a Mario character in there.
TJ, would you like Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother, Mayor Pauline from Super Mario, The Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz, or Lucy Van Pelt from Peanuts?
Lucy!
Oh God.
Shut up, blockhead.
No, you shut up, blockhead.
I don't think she ever actually said shut up.
No,
No, I
she
think
said
you're
you
right.
stupid blockhead.
We can look it up.
Dang it, DJ. Where'd
Lucy
you get that?
Van Pelt versus Vivian.
My mother.
Send me that later.
No! It's mine!
No, send me a link to one of those, please.
I got
Sorry.
it from my mum. I don't know where it came from. Okay, what's going on?
Alright. Lucy Van Pelt versus Vivian in chess.
Lucy's too
okay,
angry.
remind me who
I think Lucy will talk
who
of
Vivian is from.
She's from Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. She's one
Oh,
of the
yeah, she's a
Shadow
ghost, too,
Sirens
so she's-
initially.
So she's old.
I don't know if she's a ghost. She's certainly ghost-shaped.
But she's
Right.
like part of like the insert name sisters. I forgot their name.
Yeah, she's one of the Shadow Sirens.
Yeah. So she's not necessarily a ghost.
Her sister Beldam is old. She's like over 1,000 years old. Vivian, being her sister, might also be that old. I'm pretty sure she's the youngest, but that really doesn't matter too much here.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a very
I'll
a very
I'll
high
honestly
limbo
though
bar.
give it to Lucy though.
Older than the Peanuts cast, at least.
You're saying Lucy. Why so?
Yeah. If you think about it, she was considered like a quote unquote psychiatrist. So she should probably know a thing or two about strategics and such like that.
All
That's
of her
what
advice was
psychiatry
pretty
is.
much useless.
Strategy.
But still, she uses strategy of fake psychiatry to get money.
She's
so
smart.
she's an Eddie style scammer.
She's an intelligent child, but she's
Yeah.
still a child.
With a temper. If she starts
Yes, so-
losing, that board's going over.
So I get out the Vivian for that exact
Yeah,
reason.
Vivian.
Vivian versus Herbie. Skeet shooting.
What's that?
I'll give it to Vivian. She actually has hands.
Skeet shooting is where there's like a launcher that throws clay discs called pigeons into the air, and you have a gun and you try to shoot them.
Oh,
clay
that.
pigeon
Before they
shooting.
land on the ground.
You call that
Then-
skeet shooting?
I
Yeah.
think that's the same thing.
Bloody Americans
Okay.
with crazy words. Vivian has hands.
That is
So-
a significant advantage.
And she can
Possibly
float
even an
around.
insurmountable advantage.
Yeah. Well, so far I haven't been able to find her saying the word shut up.
Shadow
My
Wolf.
turn.
Would you like Chip and Dale from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Lelouch v. Britannia from Code Geass, Barbie Roberts, made by Mattel, or Gruntilda from Banjo-Kazooie?
I'll have to go with my girl, Litesh.
I know next to nothing about this character, so I will be relying on you.
I was really glad right now.
Good. Any particular reason? No. Okay, continue.
Stale, would you like Usagi Yojimbo from Usagi Yojimbo?
Oh.
Sarah Kerrigan from StarCraft, Raz from Psychonauts, or Spencer Shea from iCarly?
God damn it. Oh, these are good. Because I've Usagi, yeah, my boy. But okay, Raz is good. I'm going to go with Usagi.
Oh, I'm full of gas.
Gesundheit.
Somebody carbonated my coffee again.
You're welcome.
Has it been you? Will you leave my coffee alone?
PJ, would you like Triss Marigold from The Witcher, the Corinthian from The Sandman, Denzel Crocker from The Fairly Odd Parents, or Ron Weasley from Harry Potter?
Ron.
If I attempt to do a Ron impression, I'll just do a really horrible British accent.
It's very easy. You can just go.
Bloody
Harry! Oh, Hermione!
That's more characterization than Harry got.
You know what? I can't remember a single thing Harry ever said in any of the movies. What was he even in it?
Ostensibly.
Just bumbling his way through situations. It's like he never seemed proficient in anything, did he? And yet somehow he
He's just kind of there.
beat old
He was accidentally good at Quidditch.
Voldemort.
he was-
Is Voldemort
he
in
was-
there? Do we have Voldemort?
It was just about more plot device than character, really.
Yeah.
All right, Shadow Wolf, would you like Joanna from The Rescuers Down Under, Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon, Alex Trebek from Jeopardy, or Heihachi Mishima from Tekken?
Just for the fun of it, I'm going to ditch.
Would you like Dr. J. Robert Lucky from Kill Dr. Lucky, The Tick from The Tick, or Rock Solid from Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
The tick.
Stale, would you like Blythe the Half-Wolf from Elden Ring, Strahd von Zarovich from Dungeons & Dragons Ravenloft, Lore McQuarrie from The Weekenders, or Milo Thatch from Atlantis The Lost Empire?
Mm.
The only one I know here is Milo. I'm not gonna lie. I'll ditch.
You've got Alfred Pennyworth from Batman, Jafar from Twisted, The Untold Story of a Royal Vizier, or Ivan Idea from Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
I'm gonna do Alfred because that sounds hilarious.
It's Alfred Pennyworth versus Usagi Yojimbo in an Easter egg hunt.
Oh God.
Oh, good.
I mean, Usagi's a samurai.
He's also
It's
a
in his
rabbit.
name.
Rabbits and eggs. That's sort of the whole theme of Easter.
Alfred knows martial arts, but like Usagi's a samurai, so I think it's finding eggs. So he's a rabbit and he knows
Yeah, I
martial
don't
arts.
think martial arts are really going to help too much. Squish.
My honor depends on finding these eggs.
Still found it.
Found it, but it's got to get
um,
into your basket and then make it back,
I just want to do Usagi because he's a rabbit, so
Yeah,
only makes
Usagi,
sense.
just for the.
Yeah,
Say
go
Usagi
for it.
for and giggles.
All right, Usagi Yojimbo versus Lydia Dietz. Speed typing.
Lydia,
Um,
actually,
I feel like
she has
that
proved
would be.
time and time again she's actually very good at typing.
I feel like
Because
that'd be
if
one of
I
those
say she was-
skills, yeah, that she'd have.
That comes up.
How to
Yeah,
summon
actually,
Beetlejuice,
that's what she was
An
doing.
Idiot's Guide.
No, she was actually writing a book.
Well, that
So
seems
Lydia,
like an
then?
easy one, doesn't it?
All right, TJ, would you like Fletcher Reed from Liar Liar, Hogarth Hughes from The Iron Giant, Gerbert from Gerbert, or Evil Emperor Zurg from Toy Story?
Could I ditch?
Would you like Ein from Cowboy Bebop, Shirley Bennett from Community, or Tara Branford from Final Fantasy VI?
Go for the dog! Let's go for Ein.
All right, Ein.
I'm only vaguely aware of the dog, but I know he doesn't do much.
He is a dog who
He
can
is a dog.
hack computers.
He can hack computers. Can he go?
Yes. Yes.
All right, Ein versus Beetle. Trick or treating.
Who's Beetle?
he's a
Beetle
merchant in
is
Zelda.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a recurring shopkeeper in a lot of the Zelda games.
Okay. Ein.
Ein versus Zack Taylor. Cosplay. That's Ein cosplaying as Beetle and Zack cosplaying as Aragorn.
Ein.
Yeah, Sam.
I'm going with Ein because I feel like it's just one of those weird things that would just happen in the background. He wanders off, comes back with a trophy saying, best Halloween outfit or whatever. It's like, how?
But
How did
yeah,
that
I would still
happen?
go with time. Yeah.
Except you guys are the judges, so he wouldn't be
And
able to just
that's-
wander off screen and get it.
I'm.
And that's my
I would just
reasoning.
go with time.
He's somehow all powerful.
Yeah, let's
He's
go
a
with time.
dog.
Agreed.
Let's just
All
go
right,
time.
you guys are all going with Ein then?
Yes.
He's got that weird godliness.
All right.
Because he's
He
a freaking
doesn't,
dog.
though. He just has dogliness.
That's the same thing, isn't it? It's just spelt different.
All the dog is God spelled backwards.
I love it when your internal reasoning is saying something and we're saying completely different things.
It's the same thing, it's just spelled different. Oh, like words?
Yeah, using completely different letters as well.
ShadowWolf, do you want hell. You want Chio Miyama from Azumanga Daioh, Conan from Conan the Barbarian, Maid Marian from Disney's Robin Hood, or Courage from Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Let's
I'll
go
do
with
that.
May Marion. Come on.
You can't
Alright.
do that while I've got a mouthful of
Get
coffee.
that vixen in there.
I'm just burning you up, TJ.
For fuck's sake, don't put it down.
Maid Marian's right there, and now it's going to be all matches. Alright, Stale, would you like Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple, Walter from the Muppets, Mabel Pines from Gravity Falls, or Jabba the Hutt from Star Wars?
You know what? Because I'm curious on how this is gonna go down. I'm gonna go with Jabba.
Jabba the Hutt versus Ron Weasley. It's Tetris.
Well, Ron doesn't know about technology, human technology, at least.
You say
Does he
that
not?
his
No,
father
actually,
is
his father
obsessed with
knows.
Muggle things.
Well, he is.
So he
but,
would
like,
actually have access. Think about it.
Well, he would, but like Ron, he's embarrassed that his dad even works for that department of the ministry.
You know
So
what
he-
else is a Muggle thing? Chess.
Muggle chess. The
Oh,
Yeah.
non-violent version.
Wizard's
Yeah.
chess is just chess with graphics.
When you're playing it, you have to send it off to double
Get
negative or
repaired
whatever
somehow.
and get the graphics put on. You never know who's going to win because you do one move and they've got to go and animate it. It's difficult to play. Ignore that. I'm gonna bring up 2 points. One, Ron Weasley probably has a Game Boy in his father's shed. 2, electricity and magic don't mix. Anything that is electrical tends to malfunction and just not work, which is
That
why
was my thought too.
which is why they don't have electricity in Hogwarts, despite it being the electricity age. They still use
They
candles.
have a train.
Everything short circuits
Which
and
is
all that when
not
it gets to
electric.
Hogwarts.
It's a
The
steam train.
lights. I think the lights are.
Magic.
Yeah.
Powered by magic.
If you actually look into the actual movies, there is electricity in Ron's house.
Well, they kind of broke
Is
some of that stuff. Like Hogwarts had radios in the movies, which makes no sense.
Again, magically powered. I wouldn't be surprised if they got their own like radio frequencies as well. Magical radio frequencies.
So
Fair
I would
enough.
actually give it to Ron. The reason being, even if he was embarrassed by his dad, we can throw that out of the question because his dad's not involved. But he
I
does
mean,
have
sure.
access to Muggle technology, so therefore he probably does know what Tetris would have been.
Who was this
But
against?
Jabba the
Jabba the
Hutt.
Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt.
I mean,
I
he's
don't know
from space, so
But the one issue that I
Does
see,
Jabba have like is he?
That's the one
like,
issue I
ever
he does-
fast?
okay,
He does have hands,
Okay.
yeah.
yes,
But
he does
is
have
he
hands.
ever fast?
oh, the dexterity. You're right.
Yeah, speed, the dexterity, and speed. I would still give it to Ron because he has actually the dexterity.
Yeah, I'll give it to Ron too.
Whatever I choose, it's already going to Ron. If for some reason they manage to get around the whole, magic doesn't work with electricity sort of thing, then yeah, maybe.
Well,
it's
he
gonna
doesn't
be
have
Ron.
to be using magic while he plays.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
it's just sort of something that happens. Magic doesn't.
Okay, how about this? We can set it into a tournament setting where there's no magic involved. It's all human technology, and he's okay with it.
No. What I mean is electricity in the presence of magic suddenly stops working. It just doesn't work. If I
Right. So if it's
if I were to go
We're
near
still
them
thinking
or
wrong.
whatever, yeah, we'll go
Yeah,
for
we're-
Ron, whatever.
yeah.
All right.
It doesn't work. Electricity
Ron
doesn't work
Weasley
in
versus
the
Plucky Duck.
Yeah, that was
Miniature
pretty-
golf.
I'll give it to Plucky, actually. If I'm not mistaken, one of the episodes, they actually did play miniature golf.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wizards golf.
You get a reference.
No, it's just miniature golf.
I think Ron is. I mean, he's not exactly athletic, but he is very sort of competitive minded. He would probably be with such a simple game. I
you know
imagine he
what?
would be quite good.
I think so too, because he wanted to be in Quidditch. He wanted to kick ass and be competitive. So I can see him really get into it. And Plucky being very whatever, passe about the whole thing.
Looks like I'm outranked.
Plucky can get pretty competitive too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've seen that episode. It was actually
That's usually
was
how he
pretty
runs
competitive,
afoul
but-
of Buster and Babs.
Bugger it.
yeah.
Give it to Plucky. Why not?
All right. TJ, would you like Captain America, Steve Rogers from Captain America, Pym from Smiling Friends, Jane Cobb from Firefly, or Dr. John A. Zoidberg from Futurama?
Captain America.
I don't care what anyone says, Cap. That's America's ass.
That is America's ass.
So we've got Captain America versus Maid Marian in Scrabble.
Steve grew up in the 40s. Oh, he
Yeah.
lived in the 40s, grew up in the 30s, and Scrabble came out around that time, right? So I think you have an advantage there.
Yeah, Captain America
It
actually has
might have been
advantage.
one of the big things of the time.
Maid Marian, however, is very well educated and probably have a lot of very old words that would probably fit on seven.
Actually, yeah, that is true.
She's antiquity and all that, so
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
She probably read the dictionary.
Steve just sitting there staring at the tiles she just played. Bequeath? Alright, Maid Marian versus Freddie Mercury. Archery.
Maid Marian.
Oh,
Maid Marian.
Maid Marian versus Vivian. Speed stacking.
Well, one's a ghost, maybe, and the other one is a royal. So
If one's a ghost, then
Vivian's
she
pretty
could
fast, I think.
manifest more hands.
oh,
I
yeah,
don't
what?
think
Good
she's
point.
a ghost.
And Maid Mary's a fox, so fox is fast and agile.
Okay, I think she's a shadow.
I think
A
so.
shadow.
Pull Mario into her shadow. where
Whenever-
they can hide.
Whenever she's on the world map, whenever she's on the overworld, she's always connected to the ground by her tail. So I think that the shadow underneath her body is just an extension of herself, really.
In that regard, then Maid Marian probably has an advantage in the cup stacking because she's a fox. She's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foxes are fairly fast. ShadowWolf, would you like Vin Diesel, the actor, Doc from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Betty Cooper from Archie, or Cookie Monster from Sesame Street?
Give it a cookie. Come on.
Cookie Monster versus Noodle in a roast of their opponent.
I mean, Noodle can't talk, can he?
I think he can, he just doesn't.
Noodle from what?
Snake Pass.
Cookie Monster, like, you know, I don't know, maybe make all like cookie puns to roast you or something. That's what I would presume. I eat you like cookie or something.
I do know that he shouts in surprise when he's starting to fall off of something. Like,
Yeah, he does
that.
Oh, he does talk.
In a small sense.
All that established, Cookie Monster can be brutally sarcastic sometimes.
Yeah, I would actually still give it to Cookie
That
Monster.
might be
Yeah,
an
I'll
easy
give
one, yeah.
I've seen some clips with him and John Oliver, and he's just...
It's subjective.
Hear the line, hear the joke.
Right.
Not quite get there.
Cookie Monster versus Odie in a try not to laugh challenge.
Well, Odie, well,
I'll give it to
Okay.
Cookie Monster because Odie is too, like, giggly and...
I don't
Do
think
it
I've ever
happy.
seen Odie laugh.
you know, he Snickers and all that.
Yeah, he snickers.
That
like,
would count.
But I think Cookie Monster would be too obsessed with cookies to be thinking about the joke.
Even laughing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You think he could just, like, laser focus on imagining a cookie and
Yeah.
not laugh at...
Exactly.
He's
I'll give it to
looking
Cookie
for
Monster.
cookies rather than thinking about
Alright.
what's going on.
We're no
Cookie
cookie.
Monster versus Lydia Dietz. Make that Cookie Monster versus Lydia Dietz versus Odie versus Usagi Yojimbo in Quiplash.
Oh, Joe.
What's
Well,
that?
Odie's out because
This
he
is a,
can't
this is a
read.
four-way competition.
So Odie's
Okay.
out in this one for sure.
What's Quick Flash, though?
Essentially, it's like you have clips, like, oh, you know, you throw
Fill
in a
in the
clip in there.
blank, and then two people's answers
Oh,
are
okay,
pitted
okay,
against.
I
Exactly.
got you. It's pretty
Yeah.
much like a word game thing.
Yeah, just try and make
You're
the
writing
other
words,
people
but
laugh
it's
and
not
get
a
the
game
right
about
vote.
words.
Usagi's educated, so I'll give him a vote. Odie, no, because he can't read.
Yeah, Odie's out. I would give it to
Lydia's pretty. Lydia
I'll
can
give
be
it to
pretty
Lydia.
funny sometimes.
I'll give it
Lydia's
to
good
Lydia.
too.
Can be really
Yeah.
funny sometimes. I don't know about Usagi Yojimbo's sense of humor at all.
He has his charming moments for sure, but Lydia would be more modernly funny for
Yeah,
us.
I would still give it to Lydia.
Cookie Monster and Quiplash doesn't really go together, does it?
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
responses are cookie.
He doesn't have just a one-track mind.
Yes, he does. That's his whole thing. He's a cookie
For the most
monster.
part, he
He's not
does.
a
He does
occasional
really like
cookie
cookies.
monster.
But yes, he is. He's explicitly stated so. Cookies are a sometimes food.
Yeah, but not on the mind. Only on the tongue.
Dale, would you like Captain Benjamin Sisko from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Dean McCoppin from The Iron Giant, Blue from Blue's Clues, or Fa Mulan from Mulan?
I'm gonna do Blue. I love my girl. Throw her in
Alright.
there.
Alright, Blue versus the Tick. A snowball fight.
Tick.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Tick because he actually has combat skills.
Exactly, yeah. So the take on that one. Sorry, Blue. She's gonna be pummeled.
Alright, and TJ, you get the last pick here before our returning champion hops back in. Would you like Sokka from Avatar The Last Airbender, Freddy
Oh,
Krueger
God.
from A Nightmare on Elm Street, Tom Nook from Animal Crossing, or Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, God.
Oh, go for Fred. Mainly because he's got one extra power over Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
He can infiltrate your dreams.
Freddy
Ooh.
Krueger versus Lelouch v. Britannia. Documentary filmmaking.
If it was a documentary filmmaking inside people's dreams, that would be fascinating.
Oh, absolutely.
You'd have a
However-
hard time bringing the camera.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be the one holding the camera.
That's
True.
true.
Doesn't,
Filmmaking has
but
lots
he
of
still
roles.
has to. He still has to get the camera in there.
Imagine one.
Okay, how do you get
He
the
infiltrates
film out?
Oh, that is yeah. I'll give it to Lelouch, mainly due to the fact she doesn't have to like.
God damn this
She
skull
is a
of
pistol.
bone! Who said that
But-
the film had to exit the brain?
I mean, true.
He makes
That
the
is a
film.
good point.
Because if we're going to be watching it,
Can't he
But-
like link people's brains together? Like in
Yeah, you
Not
can.
Really.
they can join dreams.
I don't think that really helps, though.
No,
It
it,
would.
doesn't.
You have to have a film.
But the
You
film
have
would be
to-
made
it
in the
has to be
brain.
kind of a
Filmmaking.
I'll help TJ here because like they pull his hat out of the dream world and put it to real life. So theoretically, you can get the film from him, get the hard drive, and bring it to real life.
They actually brought a hat from the dream world.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they
did.
did.
Huh.
So,
Well, there
so
we
TJ
go.
makes a good point. I'm
you
with
know
you on
more,
this
that
one.
means we win.
We,
Freddy
I'm
Krueger
outmatched.
versus Nick Wilde. 100-meter dash.
oh, Nick.
Oh,
He's-
God.
he's a fox.
Again, dream. You,
Oh,
can
well,
you
well,
ever
He's got to
escape
physically
Freddy?
do it.
Well,
He's got to
Nick's
physically
not in a
do
dream
the
though.
100-meter dash.
And Freddy,
Exactly.
if I'm mistaken, cannot go that fast at all.
And he's all those scars and shit from
And
being on
generally-
fire. So,
Okay,
and Nick's an animal.
we'll give it
so
to the fox.
All right, Nick Wilde versus Plucky Duck. A tug of war.
Nick, because he'll just freaking eat him.
well,
That
Nick's
would
an
get him
adult.
disqualified. I don't think Nick would do that.
Well,
No,
Nick's an adult. That's the difference here. He's an adult and he's a fox.
Is
And Plucky's a
adult,
duck.
But we also
Yeah,
have to
and-
look at their relative sizes. I'm 6 feet tall, so I'm thinking Plucky is like this tall. I think
Yeah.
Nick might be like this tall because he's a fox.
Oh, because he's like a proportionate fox. That's a good point. And Plucky is very competitive, like you said earlier. So
But I don't think Plucky would have the strength very well, though.
I also think he doesn't have the strength because if you look at Plucky, he is essentially just a bunch of noodles.
I think for brute strength, Plucky might have the edge here, but Nick probably has some techniques that he can employ.
Yeah, I would give it to Nick.
that would give him the advantage. All you really got to do is tip Plucky over.
Yeah. and then
Yeah.
he-
That's
He
what I'm
would
saying.
break.
Nick actually has the cunningness.
So sounds like Nick.
not the ones around our area. F***ing idiots.
Nick Wilde versus Lydia Dietz. Horse racing.
wouldn't
They
it be
are on
awkward for
a
Nick
horse.
though?
Do we know anything about Lydia's pastimes outside of Beetlejuice? Does she do
She
horse
actually
riding?
She actually does have horse riding in her past.
Does she?
Yes.
That's awfully convenient.
Well, I imagine Nick would be like, "Okay, why am I riding this fuzzy thing? This is so weird."
Well, the thing is, he could get on a horse and just go, run, and it would just go, okay then, and just continue going.
He
I
might
just
be
mean
on a
how
first name basis with the horse.
But then Lydia does have horse riding.
experience. So
Yeah.
We'll give it to
Let
Lydia.
me see here.
So sounds like consensus on Lydia.
I think it is.
Yeah.
All right, Lydia rides into the final. Lieutenant Commander Data versus Charles Entertainment Cheese. Improv comedy.
Oh,
Chuck E.
no!
Cheese, right?
Cheese, 100%.
Data's one weakness: humor.
Chuck E. Cheese. Yep.
It is
Chuck E.
amazing
100%.
how often we have a returning champion just get shut out in the very first round.
Instantaneously
Wow.
shut down.
Chuck E. Cheese versus the Tick.
I can't believe it, Data. You failed me.
Depth diving.
I mean, if he's diving in cheese, maybe he'll be good. But I'm probably going to go for the tick.
It's the ocean.
Yeah, the tick,
Yeah,
I would
tick.
say, because again, that combat training helps with that.
muscular.
All right.
Muscular. What was that about?
All right.
I like it. It was
The
funny.
Tick versus Ein.
Thank you.
Connect the dots.
I would give it to the tick because hands.
Hands. But does he
I
have
can
the
hold it in
attention
his mouth.
span?
Well, he is. Yeah, he's a bit of a himbo.
I agree with the tick, but I really want to go for Ein.
Hey, we're going for
Just
Iron.
for
I don't
comedy
mind.
Fine,
factor.
let's throw that one in,
But-
just because.
Let's hop for
But I
Iron
agree
because
with the
Sounds
tick.
like- Sounds like the Tick then.
No,
Alright,
let's go
tick.
time. I'm.
But
Because you think he would win, or just because you want him to advance? Because
I want
that's
him to advance. I'm with
Yeah.
TJ on this one. I want him to advance.
right,
That's not. Unfortunately, that's not how anyone's game works.
honestly,
okay.
Ein would not have a chance because he doesn't. He can't write. He cannot do any of the things people can do, like join the
Yeah.
dots. The tick
Correct.
would win. However, I really want Ein to go through.
And also, the
So,
Tick's a big
Tick-
himbo dummy.
Provisionally.
Yeah, that's the one thing I see with the Tick issue is that even though he has hands, he's
Dumbass.
ADHD brain.
The dots are connected even if you fill the whole page.
So Ein could win with mud.
The Tick versus Maid Marian. Hot pepper eating. The
I
Tick
think
is
actually-
nigh invulnerable.
Yeah, I'll give it to the Tick because, as you said, he's not invulnerable. Also, he's a Dumbo, so he wouldn't register pain until like years later. Probably.
What do foxes eat and how to keep them away? They hate the following: garlic, chili peppers, and
So yeah,
capsaicin.
capsaicin. So Tick,
Can't say that.
100%.
The Tick burns into the final, and there we are. So this works a little bit differently. The first contestant to take 2 matches becomes our new champion. Probably. There are potential ways for someone to come back.
I still wish it was
It's
Maid
just
Marian
hard-
versus
hard to
Nick.
do.
That'd been great.
All right, first up, Lydia Dietz versus the Tick. Cartwheeling for distance.
Lydia's agile. She's a young girl.
The
For
Tick,
distance.
She dances too.
I
the
for
Tick
distance.
kind of has a one-track mind, and
Yeah, I'll get to Lydia because
I think
again, that
he'd
one track
also-
mind is the issue.
are you kidding? That's an advantage here. Like, okay, Tick, cartwheels, go.
and he doesn't come back. We just do. He'll
Exactly.
go.
Yeah, I guess Tick on that one.
Takes it. Next up, potato farming.
And Lydia for sure, because the
Lydia,
Tick has no patience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She'll have the technical knowledge to know how to raise them properly.
yeah.
Last up, computer troubleshooting.
Definitely Lydia on that one then.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
sounds
Again.
that's
All right.
Yeah, it's Lydia.
All right, Lydia
Woohoo!
is our new champion. All right, so now that the tournament's resolved, where can folks find more from you? ShadowWolf.
I am a somewhat a streamer. I'm trying to get back into it right now. But I'm ShadowWolf. You can find me on twitch.tv at ShadowWolf. ShadowWolf668. Sorry, thank you very much.
All right,
So-
Stale.
I make stuffed animals and I make cooking videos. You can find me on Twitter with stuffed animals at the StaleRice and just StaleRice on YouTube.
And TJ.
Twitch.tv/TJ Pownell. I do the twitchy streamings. Very twitchy. Very angry as well.
Lots of phasmophobia, lots
Phasmophobia,
of
shouting
Pokemon.
at Pokemon. Yeah, that was fun yesterday. Ugh.
Occasionally Kerbal Space Program.
Jeb's still in space.
So, Lydia Dietz troubleshot computers better than the Tick. She farmed more potatoes than him also. She raced horses faster than Nick Wilde and out-quipplashed Cookie Monster Odie and Usagi Yojimbo. She also typed faster than Usagi and appraised antiques better than Kit. That's why she's our champion, but it's still anyone's
Anyone's
game.
game.
Everyone's game.
Anyone's Game was a production of Raspberry Grenade Games, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. What was that?
Enthusiasm. That's what that was.